Liverpool just won a game 4-2. Normally that's a good thing, right? Except the manager walked off looking like his team had lost.
And we had some good spells on the ball. I think we lacked a little bit the intensity. You can feel, no? The timing is still not there. We have to work a lot more.
That's the first thing you need to know about Andoni Iraola. He doesn't care about the scoreline. He cares about something else entirely. And if you understand what that is, you'll understand why this Liverpool side might genuinely scare the rest of the league this season. Let's back up for a second. A few months ago, Liverpool sacked Arne Slot. Yeah, the guy who won them the league. Slot's second season fell apart fast, 9 defeats, a slide down to 12th at one point, a Champions League night where they shipped 13 goals in 3 games. The football had gone stale, too safe, too slow, too easy to defend against. So Liverpool went out and hired the exact opposite of that. Andoni Iraola, fresh off 3 seasons turning Bournemouth into one of the most exciting watches in the Premier League, and his first game in charge, a preseason friendly against Sunderland in Nashville. Liverpool won 4-2, goals from Kieran Morrison, Dominik Szoboszlai, Federico Chiesa, and Luis Kumas. Forget the scoreline for a second though, because that's not really what this video is about. What matters is what happened before Liverpool ever got their attack going. For long stretches of that first half, Sunderland were the better team. They pressed Liverpool into mistakes, trapped them deep in their own half, and honestly looked like they understood the game plan better than Liverpool did, and Iraola knew it. Afterwards, he came out and basically said the intensity wasn't there yet, the timing wasn't there yet. His own team had just scored 4 goals and he still wasn't happy. That tells you everything about how high the bar is here. So, what actually changed? At halftime, Iraola made a tactical switch drop to a single holding midfielder instead of 2, which suddenly gave Liverpool more bodies higher up the pitch. And once that happened, the game completely opened up. 3 goals in the second half, players like Luis Kumas dropping into pockets of space, dragging defenders out of position, creating exactly the kind of chaos Iraola wants. That's the blueprint, not calm, patient possession. Controlled chaos. And here's the bit I find genuinely fascinating. This isn't just a change in formation. It's a completely different idea of what winning football even looks like. Under Slot, Liverpool tried to control games by controlling the ball. Keep it, be patient, wait for the gap. Sounds sensible. Problem is, by the end, teams figured it out. They'd sit deep, let Liverpool have the ball, and just wait. Liverpool would pass it around the edges of a well-organized defense and never actually hurt anyone. Iraola wants the opposite. He wants Liverpool to make the other team uncomfortable, press them into mistakes, win the ball high, and attack before the defense has time to reset. It's not about who has the ball. It's about who's in control of the chaos. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Bournemouth is one thing, Liverpool is another, and you're right to think that. So let's actually look at why Liverpool trusted a manager whose biggest job before this was Bournemouth. Go back further and there's a pattern here that's kind of remarkable. At Mirandes, a second-division Spanish club, Iraola somehow dragged them to a Copa del Rey semi-final, beating bigger clubs along the way. At Rayo Vallecano, he got them promoted to La Liga and then kept them there while still playing attacking, front-foot football, even beating Barcelona and Real Madrid with a fraction of their budget. Then Bournemouth. Slow start, a rough first 9 games without a win in the Premier League, people already doubting him, but 3 seasons later, Bournemouth finished 12th, then 9th, then 6th, qualifying for Europe for the first time in the club's history. Every single job, the same story. Start rocky, then get better and better as the players buy in. That's the pattern Liverpool are betting on, not one great season. A track record of teams that keep improving under him, no matter the level. And now he's got actual firepower to work with. Alexander Isak, a British record signing at around £125 million, gives Liverpool a striker who can run in behind or drop deep and combine something they haven't really had. Florian Wirtz, who arrived for around £100 million last summer, should get more space to do damage now that defenses won't be sitting so comfortably deep and settled every time he receives the ball. Dominik Szoboszlai's engine, which sometimes got wasted just covering ground and repairing gaps under Slot, could become an actual weapon in transition instead. Even the fullbacks stand to benefit. Players who like to bomb forward finally get a system built around that instinct instead of asking them to hold back just in case. On paper, this squad fits the Iraola blueprint almost perfectly, which is exactly why the pressure on him to deliver quickly is so high. But And this is the part that should worry Liverpool fans a little. Having good attackers doesn't fix everything. Iraola's Bournemouth teams were brilliant when games opened up. They struggled when they had to break down a team that refused to engage, sat deep, and just defended their box. Guess what most Premier League teams will do against Liverpool at Anfield? Sit deep, defend their box, refuse to engage. That's the exact problem Iraola has to solve now that he doesn't have the excuse of a small budget anymore. Then there's the defense. Aggressive pressing means fullbacks push high and center backs get left in wide open spaces. Fine, if your defenders are sharp and your squad is deep. Liverpool's isn't right now. Joe Gomez went off injured in that very first Sunderland game. Giovanni Leone is still recovering from an ACL injury. Jeremy Jacquet only just joined and isn't even match fit yet. That leaves Virgil van Dijk at 35 as basically the only fit senior center back. You can't press this aggressively with a defense that thin without it eventually costing you. And let's not even get started on set pieces. Liverpool were genuinely one of the worst teams in the league defending corners and free kicks last season, bad enough that they sacked their set-piece coach mid-campaign. A team trying to reinvent itself around intensity and control cannot keep gifting goals away from a dead ball. That's not a tactical philosophy problem. That's just basic organization, and it needs fixing fast. So here's where I land on all this. The first signs are genuinely exciting. Liverpool looks sharper, braver, more willing to take risks going forward than they did in Slot's final year. I'll admit, going into researching this, I expected to come away thinking it was mostly hype. I didn't expect the pattern behind Iraola's career to be quite this consistent. But excitement in a preseason friendly means nothing if it can't survive a real Premier League season games every few days. Injuries piling up, opponents who study you for a week and build their entire game plan around refusing to play into your hands. What makes this whole story interesting isn't really about Liverpool at all, if you think about it. It's about a question every big club eventually has to answer. Do you play it safe, or do you chase the version of football that can actually hurt people? Liverpool just chose danger over safety. Whether that pays off says a lot about where football is heading, because more and more the clubs willing to take that risk are the ones ending up on top.